Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Q8 pilot stream, both on YouTube and Twitch. Welcome, happy holidays, happy new year. I hope that the new year will bring much health, prosperity to all of you guys. And I want to thank you all for being with me this evening on New Year's Eve. I want to welcome Burger Pops, Dougal McTavish. Welcome aboard. Happy New Year to you, my friend. We have Infame with us this evening. Doug, hello, Doug. Happy New Year to you, my friend. Mark's Landing, welcome aboard. You can get the route by typing !route. Rand Cooley, my dear friend. Happy New Year to you, my friend. Glad to have you here with us this evening. Mr. Valero, Happy New Year to you. Flopa, welcome aboard. Glad to have you here. Gold, welcome aboard. Glad to have you here. Demon Trader, welcome aboard. Happy New Year to you. Very, very happy to have you all with me this evening, where we're going to be doing a flight aboard one of my absolute favorite aircraft for X-Plane and maybe for flight simulation, no other than the FlyJSim Q4XP Dash 8 Q400. Today we are Eurowings flight 2011, and very quickly taking a look here at our flight plan. We are going to be departing. Let's take a look at our flight plan from SimBrief here. We are in a nice little island in, it's called, I really don't know what it's called. It's Stelt, Silt. I'm not sure how to say it in German, but we are flying from the Silt Island in Germany to Stuttgart. Our flight today is approximately 1 hour and 20 minutes, and we have some really adverse weather conditions here at our departure airport, which is something you guys really like. So it's going to be a challenging takeoff today from our departure airport. We are using today ActiveSky XP, and we are also using SayIntentions. And today I'm going to be showing you SayIntentions is actually it actually offers full integration with ActiveSky. So if you go to the miscellaneous here and you see the weather source says ActiveSky. Now the nice thing about this is that it will pull the weather from ActiveSky, so you have everything in sync, the weather in the sim and the weather that SayIntentions is going to use to vector us into our arrival airport in Stuttgart. It's also going to give us a little bit of an idea about SayIntentions. I have been using it quite a lot lately because I really think that it is an excellent add-on for flight simulation. Jafar, welcome aboard. Flybride, welcome aboard. Happy New Year to... why delete my old channel? Oh, that's an interesting channel name, but welcome aboard. Glad to have you here. Flight Far Fun channel, welcome aboard. And Happy New Year to all of you guys. Do you use the auto lot mod for X-Plane 12? No, I do not. And I am using today AutoOrtho as well for photoreal scenery across the route to Stuttgart here in Germany. All right, let's hop into the cockpit and get things ready. You can see here the weather is not very good, and you can see from the trees that the winds are quite strong today, 21 knot winds as we depart, and it's going to be crosswind. So it's going to be quite a departure out of our departure airport. All right, first thing first, folks, we are going to come, actually before we do anything here, let's go ahead and do the power up. Let's bring some power to the aircraft. Now, with the Dash 8, we're going to start the battery, and then we're going to start the APU. It is recommended that you either establish ground power or the APU immediately or as soon as possible in order not to discharge the battery. Battery master on, main battery, auxiliary, and standby battery. We're going to move here, and we're going to assume that we've done all the checks outside the aircraft. We're going to come over here and turn on the... display, the middle display. So that is starting up, and we're also going to turn...
The cabin is ready for departure, Captain.
Okay. All right, so those two displays, the only thing you need to do here...
Welcome aboard Eurowings Flight 2011 from Westerland to Stuttgart. My name is Caroline. And on behalf of the entire crew, I would like to introduce our captain, Sam, and our first officer, Ali. Joining me in the cabin today are my wonderful colleagues, Lucas, Mia, Jonas, and Sophie. We expect a flight time of approximately 1 hour and 21 minutes. Now let us go over some important safety information.
All right.
First, please ensure your seatbelt is...
You can see the cabin crew are quite excited about the flight. All right. So the first thing we want to check here is we want to check, we can see that the batteries are already discharging. We want to see the outside temperature, which is 2 Celsius. Now, there is a variation between, normally this temperature should very closely match the outside temperature, which is currently 7 degrees Celsius. Nonetheless, not a big deal here. Let's go ahead and start the APU. We're going to come over to the top. Now, the right way to start the APU is first to click the power button here. And then we are going to come and complete the fire test. You can see the valve is closed, the bottle is armed, and we can see fire and full. If you release it, you'll again see that the fuel valve is now open. We're going to go ahead and do the engine fire test number 2 and number 1. And then we're going to come and test the baggage fire test as well for the aft baggage compartment, as well as the forward, which is the smaller of the two. All right, so we have the checks here done, and we can, let's cancel the master caution, and we can now start the APU now that we don't have any signs, any faults there with the APU. And we'll wait for this a little bit. It takes a little bit of time to get things started here. So we're going to come to, we do not have the external power. Pre-circ fan is on, bleeds are off. And now we can go to the generator and bleed air. All right, so now we're supplying bleed air to the cabin. And now we can turn on the rest of the aircraft systems. So we'll begin here with the radios and our FMCs. On, and we can turn on the rest of the instruments now. So let's go ahead and turn on the PFD, and we're going to do the same thing on the first officer's side. I love the flicker that you see when the displays come, and this is exactly how it is, by the way, in real life. We have with us today Renard on our Twitch channel. Welcome aboard. I'm really excited about the stream today. The Dash is a great aircraft. Have a nice flight. Thank you very much, and I hope that you enjoy the flight. Welcome aboard, my friend. Do you know how much bandwidth AutoOrtho uses in normal cruise? Doesn't use much, really. All right, so the displays are now coming up. And what we can do now is set up the EFB, and then we're going to move to complete our tests. So let's go ahead and head over here to the electronic flight bag, and we're going to bring up our SimBrief flight plan. Okay, so let's make this a bit smaller in size. And let's go down here. All right, so PAX 55, we're going to come here and say select load. And we're going to type, you can just type the 0 fuel, by the way, if you want, but just for completeness sake, let's do this together. Then we're going to go for the cargo 1267. All right, 1267. And enter that. We are about 1 hour and 21 minutes for the flight today. And the total fuel for the flight is 3,139. We're going to say 3,200. So 3,200. And for the 0 fuel, you can see that's 23,679. We have 23,373. So I am going to change this. It will change the cargo load a little bit. So let's put 23373. We could have done this, by the way, in the beginning. Now, once I hit enter, it will adjust the forward hold, as you can see here. Now we are ready, so we're going to go to the load summary, and I think we are good. That's the maximum. Yeah, we're below the maximum takeoff weight. Yeah, we are good. Okay, so confirm the load and start loading. All right, so now this is going to load the aircraft. And we're going to put this away and perform a few tests here. So first test here is the takeoff warning test. Let me put this here so you guys can follow along. All right, so that checks okay. And then the IS test. Angle of attack test. Stall warning test 1 and 2. Excellent. So all the tests check okay. We're going to come here and test the GPWS test as well. Excellent. And we're going to test the auto feather. Press and hold. And as you can see, the test is now in progress. All right, let's cancel this, cancel that. We're going to come down here. Everything here looks good for the time being. All right, let's go to the overhead panel and set things up now. And we're going to begin here. This is on normal. Standby and pitot statics are on. We're going to put the windshield. Let's put it on warm and then norm. And we're going to come over here to the lights, non-smoking signs, fasten seatbelt signs, arm the emergency lights as well. And now everything is in tip-top shape. Mr. Kompavos, welcome aboard. Glad to have you here. I'm doing very well, my friend. Thanks for being here. Hello, Good Eats. Welcome aboard. How do you get Navigraph window to stay open when you click on explain? Oh, all right, I've shown this many times, but let me show you. Just go to the settings. From the settings, you see under the general tab, always on top, check that, and you will always have it on top unless you minimize the window. Okay, so we have everything, all the checks okay. The aircraft is in excellent condition for the flight, and now we can go accept and accept. All right, let me bring this up so you guys can follow along as we enter our flight plan. All right, so we have a bit of a flight plan to enter here. So let me go to flight plan. This is our departure airport. We are departing runway 14. So we're going to click menu, depart number 2 for 14. And it's through the older one, the oldie Papa 1 Alpha departure, which is number 1, so the only available SID for this flight. And then enter, go back to the flight plan. This is the transition out of this SID, OLDIP. Then we are going to go to list. We're going to select airway, and the airway is Zulu 441, which is number 2. Enter that. And the exit is at ADDONS, so that's number 1, the only exit available, really. And then from ADDONS, we're taking Papa 992, so let's go ahead and select that. List, airway, Papa 992 is number 1. Enter that, and then exit at LSOB, which is number 6. Enter that, and then from LSOB direct to Bergso. So let's enter that. Bergso. Okay. Bergso. Oh, sorry. Let me go back. It's Bergso with a X. Bergso. There we go. Enter that. Accept. And then direct to Silwi. All right. Silwi. And enter that. Accept. From Silwi, it's direct to Ospit. So, Ospit. And enter. Excellent. From Ospit, it's Papa 605 Airway. So, Papa 605 is number 3. Enter that. And the exit is at Tosto. So where is Tosto next? Tosto, there we go, number 5. All right, Tosto is done, and then it's Tango 726. Airway Tango 726, number 2. And then it's the Lima Bravo uniform. I believe that's a VOR station. Number 3. Is Lima Bravo uniform, And finally, it is our destination, Echo Delta Delta Sierra. Now, today, I'm not going to enter the subscribed with Prime. Thank you very, very much, Rian. Thank you very much for your subscription, my friend. I really, really appreciate your support. Very, very nice of you. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Hello, Adrian. Welcome aboard. Gigi, welcome aboard. Glad to have you guys here. Thank you for spending New Year's Eve with me. I really appreciate it, guys. All right, so Echo Delta Delta Sierra. And we're not going to enter the destination, the runway and arrival, because that is going to depend on what ATC gives us. So EDDS, that's Stuttgart, enter. And that's pretty much it for the flight plan. Okay, so we'll worry about that once we arrive. Our SimBrief plan, by the way, tells us that we're going to get runway 25, but we'll wait for ATC to tell us which arrival we're going to take once we depart. Saying that runway 14 is not used. I wonder what will ATC tell us. Let's find out what they tell us. And if they do give us something else, then we'll change it in the FMC. All right, next we're going to go to the fuel. Now, I like to always enter whatever I see here. So the zero fuel is 18. Actually, let's say fast load. All right, that will close the door. All right, let's go ahead and request our clearance. So I'm going to ask the first officer to do that for us. Okay. Can we get our clearance to Stuttgart, please?
Uniform, line up and wait to runway 34. Lining up and wait on the 34.
I'll get our clearance to Stuttgart, mate.
Tilt Tower, Eurowings 2011. We'd like to collect our IFR clearance. We have whiskey.
Hotel Yankee X-ray after VT2 via threshold runway 28 to Echo 2 up on route Echo.
After VT2 via threshold 28 to Echo 2.
Eurowings 2011, Tilt Tower information whiskey is current. Cleared to Stuttgart via the oldie 1 Alpha departure, then is filed. Departure runway 14, initial climb 4000, departure on 124.075, squawk 4477.
Tilt Tower, Eurowings 2011. Cleared to Stuttgart via oldie 1 Alpha departure, then is filed. Departure from runway 14, climb to 4000, departure frequency 124.075, squawk 4477.
Eurowings 2011, read back correct.
All right, so we've set the transponder to 4477. The initial altitude that will have been cleared to is 4,000 feet. So let me just show you here. So this is the altitude. It's already set to 4,000. And we're going to click here on Alt Select. Okay. And everything else here is done.
A warm welcome aboard Eurowings Flight 2011 from Westerland to Stuttgart. My name is Caroline, and I'm here with my fantastic crew, Lucas, Mia, Jonas, and Sophie. We kindly ask you to take your seats according
Right,
to your
let's get
boarding
our
passes and
altimeter.
stow your hand luggage in the overhead bins or under the seats in front of you. If you need any assistance, please don't hesitate to reach out to any of us. Thank you for choosing to fly with us today.
1010. And it will automatically set this here. Okay, so perfect. So everything is good here, guys. And we are ready for push and start. The Giggle Yachties. Hello, my friend. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you here. Shouldn't ATC have given you QNH? So, yeah, they should have. Not always, though. They don't always give you the QNH because you're supposed to check the ATIS. And the ATIS will normally give you the QNH. And when you inform ATC, so you have information PAPA, for example. So they will tell you that PAPA is correct, meaning that whatever information you got from the ATIS is current. So they don't really need to repeat the QNH again. So I think whatever we've gotten from them was pretty accurate. Okay, so we are now ready to go, and let's go ahead and come here to the overhead panel. We're going to turn on the red beacon light on. Cabin crew, close doors and cross-check, please. Okay.
Okay, Captain. All doors in flight and cross-check.
All right, perfect. So we are ready to start our engine now. The
Gentlemen, we have completed boarding and all doors are now closed. Thank you for
Ground to
choosing
Cockpit.
Eurowings Flight
Please
20.
show me where you want to
We'll
go.
be departing shortly for Stuttgart. Please ensure your seatbelts are fastened and your seat backs and tray tables are in their upright positions.
Ground to
We appreciate
Cockpit.
your attention.
Tow is driving up.
Pleasant flight.
all right, the tow is driving up, and we are just going to do one more thing here. We're going to do a master fill from FMS1. I love the Q4XP. It's just really an excellent, excellent aircraft. All right, so VNav, nav. Yeah, that's what I wanted. All right, so everything's set here. Flight plan is set, and we have it here on the display. As you can see, we can change the. Right, we can see our flight plan here. Right, there we go. All right, and we're going to change the source to FMS1, and we're going to change this one here to FMS2.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
All right, there is FMS2. One more thing. We don't need anything here. We don't need anything there. All right.
Winching strap and adapter in position. Release parking brake when you're ready to start pushback.
All right, we are ready to start. Let's go ahead and request the permission to do so. Request, push, and start, please.
Hello, line up and wait, runway 28.
lining up and waiting, runway 28.
I'll get a pushback and start clearance, Sam. Eurowing 2011 requesting pushback and engine start.
Eurowings 2011, pushback and engine start approved. Advise when ready to taxi.
All right, we'll advise when ready to taxi. Let's go ahead and release the parking brake. And now the ground crew will lift the aircraft. Just look at how beautiful this aircraft is. Ladies and gents, one of the most advanced airliners available today for X-Plane 12 and one of the best developed Q400 for flight simulation.
And you may start the engines.
All right, and we have the clearance to start the engines. Pushback started, and we're going to come over here to the overhead panel. We're going to start with the number 2 engine. Select, and we're going to go to start and feather. All right, there we go. And let's push the prop to minimum. Listen to those sounds. Absolutely brilliant. Which one's better, Majestic Dash 8 or FlyJSim for sure. Let's see what they do with their one for MSFS. Quite excited to see what they'll come up with. All right, and goes to maximum. All right, now we can start the second engine. Engine number 1, select.
Swiss 2796, contact departure,
Operation complete. Please set parking brake.
All right, parking brake is set.
Disconnecting tow, stand by.
All right, and here we go. Props to minimum. Engines are coming up, and prop full forward. Disconnect. All right. Anti-skid is on. And we can now disconnect the APU, bleed air off, generator off, and the power is off.
And signal on the left. I'll see you next time. Have a safe flight.
All right, thank you for your service. Okay, so we're going to turn on the... we're going to put the bleeds here on normal. We're not going to turn the bleeds just yet. And everything else we can actually turn off. The main bus tie is no longer needed. We have the generators on. And everything now is in tip-top shape, and we are ready to go. All right. We are ready to taxi.
I'll let them know we're ready to taxi, Sam.
$100 steep. It's worth it. I absolutely love SayIntentions.
Tilt Tower, Eurowings 2011. Ready to taxi. We have information with you.
Oh, the price has increased. Oh, you were referring to the aircraft. I see.
Tango, for information, you will be number 2 out of runway 3 for number 1. Will be a Boeing 777 about to show up opposite.
Okay, thanks.
I'm not sure that we got the taxi clearance. Can you get the taxi clearance, please?
I'll get a taxi clearance, Sam.
Right. Auxiliary fuel pumps. Auto feather on. And standby hydraulics. PTU control.
Tilt Tower, Eurowings 2011. Requesting clearance to taxi to runway 14. We have information. Whiskey.
Eurowings 2011, taxi to runway 14 via Delta.
Message at 827, contact departure. Bye-bye.
Departure via Delta. Eurowings 2011.
All right. Taxi via Delta. We are ready to go. And let's go ahead and turn on our taxi lights and release the parking brake. Parking brake is released. And off we go. We need to turn on the steering. And everything is in tip-top shape. The sounds are just amazing on the Dash 8. They've really done a really good job on this aircraft in all departments. I think maybe we need some lights in the cockpit here. All right, let me take a look here. There we go. All right. We'll worry about the lights a little bit later. SayIntentions does not inject traffic, no. Right, that's runway 14. All right, let's set the parking brake here real quick. And lights are on, taxi lights off. Exterior to white anti-collision, which is the strobe, equivalent of the strobe. And we're going to release that. And let's go ahead and put this on flight idle. All right, so all is set here. All right, we are holding short runway 14. Please request departure clearance from tower.
Company 777 line up to lane runway 34 behind, please.
I'll get our departure clearance from the tower, Sam.
Still tower, Eurowing 2011, holding short of runway 14, ready for takeoff.
Eurowings 2011, runway 14, winds 230 at 25, cleared for takeoff.
All right.
Runway 14, cleared for takeoff. Eurowings 2011.
I almost forgot our flaps. So flaps are set to flaps 5. And we are now cleared for takeoff. All right, let me just change this to... Yeah, that's much better. All right, so we have very strong winds. 23, I think, 23 knots. 205 at 23, so quite the wind there as we depart. But it should be fine. All right, here we go.
Taxiway Kilo, cross runway 28, connect apron 121.755, bye.
Cross on Kilo and we'll call 121.755,
Alright, we'll try to keep it there on the center line. 100 knots. 133. Forgot our speeds, but I got them just in time. All right, we are airborne. Oof, look at the wind, guys. Wow. All right, positive rate, gears going up. Ooh, look at the beautiful fireworks there. I'm not sure where the source, maybe it's SayIntentions, I don't know, but you gotta love those fireworks. All right, we are above 600. Let's go to...
Eurowings 2011, contact departure on 124.075.
900.
Switching to departure on 124.075. Eurowings 2011.
Not sure what's up with the frames there. Right, looking good here.
Radar, Eurowings 2011, evening, climbing past 1000.
200.
Eurowings
Neo
2011,
damper,
Bremen
autopilot.
radar, not seeing you on radar. Cycle your transponder unident again for me.
Oops. All right. There we go. IAS.
Eurowings 2011, Bremen radar, identified 5 miles southeast of Sylt at 2200 feet. Heading
Not sure what happened with the frames
QNH
here.
1010, climb flight level 200.
Those are from X-Plane. I'm doing a flight and I have them
Climb
too.
flight level
Oh, gotcha.
200, Eurowings 2011.
Something up with the frames though. Must be those fireworks. Hopefully it will subside. All right, flight level 200. Yeah, a bit of an overspeed there. I'm really distracted by this flaps thing. Alright, that should fix it. There we go. Not sure why why we're getting this frame stuff. Fireworks, how? I think Q4XP can be a bit choppy on frames. I've never had any issues with it. I'm really not sure why we are getting the...
Eurowings 2011, climb flight level 230.
All right, 230.
230. Eurowings 2011.
Must be something with X-plane. Let's see here, 230. I wonder. It is, I think, probably this fireworks thing is causing these stutters. I wish they would just stop them for now. All right. Yeah, I do have that disabled. But we're still... The frames are... Yeah, you see that? The frames are getting like crazy, going up and down and really fluctuating. Normally you get very stable FPS with X-plane. So really I'm not sure what's going on with the frames, but this is not flyable. Time close to midnight, December 31st. I see. What SayIntentions are you using? Premium or a premium version with the Entourage? God, this frame thing is really bugging me. Alright, we're getting close to... I'm tempted to close maybe ActiveSky and reopen it again and see if that fixes the issue. Let's try that, guys. Let's kill ActiveSky. That didn't help at all. All right, 900,000. Serial lights are off. And we can also turn off pitot, standby, auxiliary pumps, and auto feather.
Eurowings 2011, climb flight level 250.
All right.
Flight level 250. Eurowings 2011.
250 is our final cruise altitude.
Dear guests, we are now above the safe altitude, and you may use
Yeah, you can see the frames are suffering.
Please ensure that they are set to flight mode. Also, I would like to remind you that our onboard Wi-Fi, Wings Connect, is now available.
Or maybe is it, do you guys think it's AutoOrtho? Not too bad. Used to play on 15 frames. Oof. Check performance. Bring up your plugins window. Let's see. Plugin admin. No, there's nothing here. Everything's fine here on the plugins window. Performance. Everything is fine here. So I don't really see any problems there. It's AutoOrtho. I had those problems with it too. Oh, really? Okay. Well, shall we just kill it then? We can kill AutoOrtho, but I'm not sure what it will do. All right, let me kill AutoOrtho. All right, understand that. I don't think it's AutoOrtho. Yeah, I really am not sure what is the deal today with the... I honestly think it's those fireworks that is causing this. Look at this beautiful scene here. But this is not good, guys. I don't know what to do. Sam, what SAM plugin are you? Well, it's the one for the gates. We can kill it for sure. So this is SAM, and we can close it. Oh no! Don't crash X-Plane. Oh. So what do you guys think? Should we redo this again? All right. I'll wait for your answer here. I was going to say don't close it. All right. Well, we can restart everything if you guys would like. I'm just going to say a new flight here. Always CT when you close them. I see. So do you guys want to do this again, or do you want to call it a day? Totally up to you. To ignore AQ, it's scanning the tiles as they are downloading. Oh, is it? Okay. Well, that may be it, yeah. All right, so we're going to go back to our...
Dear guests, we have just reached a safe altitude, and I'm pleased to inform you that the use of electronic devices is now allowed. Oh.
She's on another planet. All right, so we have a brand new... All right, let's fly... I wasted whole day in troubleshooting. I have the same issue. Tell Defender, can you redo the same tomorrow? Make an exception in the virus protection.
Dear guests, we have just reached a safe altitude, and I'm pleased to inform you that the use of electronic devices is now allowed. Oh, and our onboard Wi-Fi service...
So X-Plane crashed.
Thank you for your attention, and please let us know if you need anything.
Keep going. We get to spend time with you. All right. No worries, guys. Okay, so let's just make sure that we don't have the same issue, because I'm still having frame rates. Ah, it's okay now. All right, so all is good now. And we just don't have AutoOrtho for the flight. All right. Okay, so we're going to do this rather quickly this time. So I'm just going to come here and let's see here. Let's bring up this up. So I'm just going to start things up quickly without explaining much, because we've already done that. So let's come to our packs here. We're going to go to select load, and we're going to go down to the 0 fuel weight, and we're going to type in 23373, 23373, enter that. And then this is going to be 1 hour and 21 minutes. All right, and the total fuel for the flight is 3139. 3139. All right, so load summary and confirm load, start loading, fast loading. All right. Okay, so this is all done here. Let's go back to the overhead panel. We're going to turn off the battery switches here, and let's go ahead and start the APU. We're going to skip all the tests because we've done that earlier, so we're just going to go quickly here to start things up. And very quickly here, no, we don't need that. We need the recirc fans.
Welcome everyone on board on behalf of our virtual airline. We're delighted to have you with us today. I would like to introduce our captain, Sam, and our first officer, Ali. Joining me in the cabin are my wonderful fellow crew members, Lucas, Mia, Jonas, and Sophie.
All right.
We expect a flight time of approximately 2 hours and 15 minutes to our destination. Now, let us go through some important safety information. First, please ensure your seatbelt is fastened.
All right, so everything is set here. We can now turn on our displays.
For loss of cabin pressure, oxygen masks will drop down from the panel above you. Pull the mask towards you to start the flow of oxygen, place it over your nose and mouth, and secure it with the elastic band.
And our units here.
Life vests are located under the seat.
All right.
To use them, pull the vest out, place it over your head, and secure the straps around your waist.
Let's bring up the unit here.
By pulling the red tab or by blowing into the tube. We have several emergency
ActiveSkim. Hello, my friend. Happy holidays to you. Happy New Year to you and your family and all your loved ones.
Please take a moment to locate the nearest exit, which may be behind you.
All right, so we'll skip a lot of the things because we've already done that earlier.
Thank you for your attention.
And let's go ahead and set up our flight plan here real quick.
Come around.
So we're going to come to the sim brief plan. We're going to say accept flight plan. This is the departure. The departure is going to be runway 14. So menu, depart, 14 number 2 through the ALDA 1 and insert flight plan. And then we're going to take Zulu 441. List airway Zulu 441 is number 2 and exit at number 1. And from Bados, it's Papa 992. List airway Papa 902. Enter that. And then we're going to exit at El Sob, which is number 6. Enter that. Next is direct to Bergso. So that's Bergso. Enter that. Accept. And then direct to Silwi. Enter that. And finally, direct to Ospit. Enter that. Excellent. Then it's Papa 605. List. Airway Papa 605 number 3. Enter that. And exit at Tosto. Is it? Papa 605 to Tosto, yes. Where is it? It's not here, it's not here, it's here, number 5. Excellent. And finally, it's Tango 726. List. Tango 726, number 2. And exit at number 3, which is Lima Bravo Uniform. Finally, it's our destination, which is Stuttgart, Echo Delta Delta Sierra, and we'll leave the arrival information for ATC to provide it to us. Then we're going to go here to the 0 fuel weight, and we're going to enter 23154. 23154. Enter that, and the fuel today is 3132. 3132. Enter that, and the flight plan is now ready. Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and request clearance. Let's go ahead and request our clearance, please.
I'll get our clearance sorted, mate.
All right.
Still Tower, RYR 274, requesting our IFR clearance. We have Yankee.
Eurowings 2011, information Yankee is current, cleared to Stuttgart via the oldie 1 Alpha departure, then as filed. Departure runway 14, initial climb 4000, departure on 124.075 squawk 1454.
Still Tower, Eurowings 2011, cleared to Stuttgart via the oldie 1 Alpha departure, then as filed. Departing runway 14. Initial climb to 4000. Departure frequency is 124.075. Squawk 1454.
Okay.
011. Read back correct.
Initial climb to 4,000, so we need to adjust our altitude. All right, that's 39. 4,000 feet is set. The altimeter, I believe, is already set, which is 1010. And we're going to change the nav source to FMS1 here and FMS2 on the other side. All right, that's FMS2. Accept and crossfill from FMS1. There we go. And everything here is set. VNAV, sorry, nav. There we go. All right. So just about everything is ready here for engine start. And let's go ahead and set up the overhead panel. Very quickly here, everything is good. I think everything here is good. Arm the emergency lights. Fasten seatbelt signs. Red anti-collision light is on. And arm the anti-skid is on. We've already done the tests in the previous flight, so we'll leave it there. Hello there, Dimitri. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you here. I've been subscribed to you for a very long time. I wish you a happy new year, 2025. All the best to you. Further prosperity to the channel. You're streaming great. Thank you very much, Dimitri Simmer, for your kind words. I wish you just as much good fortune in 2025. Thank you very much, sir. Hey, Quaid, I haven't used ActiveSky since it was released. Is it better than default laminar weather engine? Yes, in my view, it is. Okay, let's go ahead and request pushback. Let's go ahead and request pushback, please.
Right, I'm requesting pushback now.
Eurowings 2011, requesting permission for pushback from the gate at Westerland Silt.
Eurowings 2011, pushback approved. Expect taxi instructions for runway 14 after pushback.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go. Toes driving up.
All right, so expect the taxi instructions after engine start. So let's do this, guys. What are your current thoughts on the Flight Factor 757? I've heard mixed opinions and wanted to know if I should go for it on sale. Well, if you've got the money to spend, I highly recommend that you go. This is for Monsieur All Safe, Monsieur All Safe, on Twitch. I honestly believe that the 777 version 2 is the most successful aircraft built by Flight Factor, but the 757 actually isn't bad. It used to be one of my favorites before the 777 came out. All right, so let's see.
Switching strap and adapter in position. Release parking brake when you're ready to start pushback.
All right, there we go. Push back, and let's start the engines once he's cleared us to do so. Yeah, right, all right. Cabin crew, arm doors, and cross-check, please.
Okay,
Starting
Captain,
pushback,
cabin crew,
and you
all
may
doors in
start
flight
the
and
engines.
cross-check.
All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and do this, guys. We're going to select engine number 2. Select. Start and feather.
China 737, locate runway to the left via November 1 and contact ground 121-905. Thank you, good day.
Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome aboard Eurowings Flight 2011 from Westerland, Silt to Stuttgart. My name is Caroline, and I'm here with my fantastic crew, Lucas, Mia, Jonas, and Sophie. Please take your seats according to your boarding passes and stow your hand luggage in the overhead bins or under the seats in front of you. If you need any assistance, feel free to reach out to any
Those sounds on the Q400 are just amazing. All right, we have a good start, and let's go ahead and start the engine number 1. There we go. Excellent. Did you recreate the flight of Air Canada? No, I have not. All right, and let's see here. All right, all is looking good here.
Operation complete. Please set parking brake.
Parking brake is set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Auxiliary pump 1 and 2 are armed and auto feather. Standby hydraulics, PTU control, and let's test the hydraulic isolation valve. Checks okay. This is the standby. You can see it rising. You can turn this off now. All right, we'll switch this to system or nav. Here we can see the flaps. Flaps 5. All right, everything is set. Let's go ahead and request taxi. We're all set up here and ready to request taxi.
I'll see you next time. Have a safe flight.
Right, I'll get the taxi request sorted.
All right. Hello, the sun and the night. Welcome aboard, my friend.
Build Tower, Eurowings 2011. We have information Yankee, requesting taxi instructions for runway 14.
Eurowings 2011, taxi to runway 14 via Delta.
Runway 14 via Delta, Eurowings 2011.
All right, we have our taxi clearance. Let's turn on the taxi lights. And off we go, ladies and gents. Parking brake released. And let's go. We'll put this on taxi. And let's do this again. This time without AutoOrtho. I'll do what you guys advised me to do for the next flight. Right, set up my reset my view. And everything's looking good here. Perfect. Or your current thought, yeah. So, right, that's the Delta. So we're following the ATC instructions, taxiway Delta for runway 14. Cabin crew, seats for takeoff, please.
Cabin crew, take seats for departure.
All right. Let's request takeoff clearance, please.
All stations, QNH 1009.
Requesting takeoff clearance now, Sam.
Hill Tower, Eurowings 2011, holding short of runway 14, ready to depart.
Eurowings 2011, runway 14, wind 230 at 28, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 14, cleared for takeoff. Eurowings 2011.
All right, here we go. That's our takeoff clearance, folks, and we are good to go. Love starting the Dash 8. Sounds are just a pleasure. Yes, they are. They are just amazing. All right. Hopefully this time we won't get the performance issues. We got them after takeoff last time. So hopefully this time we won't get them. All right. All right, alt select is selected, and here we go. We need to put this on flight. There we go. have the rudders there. 132 for our V1. We rotate. There we go. Rotate. Very strong winds. Positive rate. Gear is going up. All right. Flaps up. Above 1,000. 900 for the props. Autopilot engaged. And nav.
Eurowings 2011, contact departure on 124.075.
IAS.
Switching to departure on 124.075. Eurowings 2011.
All right.
Bremen radar, Eurowings 2011, evening, maintaining flight level 1000.
Eurowings 2011, Bremen radar. I am not seeing your transponder. Confirm squawking 1454 Motor ident one more time for me. Eurowings 2011, Bremen radar, identified 4 miles southeast of Sylt at 2200 feet. Heading 134, QNH 1009er, climb flight level 200.
Heading 134. Climb flight level 200. QNH 1009er, Eurowings 2011.
All right, 200 is set. Now, yeah, I've missed a few steps here. I just really wanted to get airborne because we went through that crash. So anyway, let's fix things up. PTU control off. Standby hydraulic pressure is off. The auxiliary pumps are off. Auto feather is off. And we continue now to climb to 220. Here's a look at the outside. Look at those clouds, guys. Those clouds are looking really good. I don't use SayIntentions, but the developer, Brian, is one of the most dedicated and enthusiastic devs out there. Always listening. Absolutely. Absolutely. He is a gem of a person, too. SayIntentions is always in the house, ladies and gents. I didn't know that. Hello there, guys.
Climb flight level 250.
All right, flight level 250.
Climb flight level 250. Eurowings 2011.
I've been one of the early adopters of SayIntentions, and the evolvement of this add-on over a very short period of time is really commendable. They went from some very basic things to some very sophisticated ATC that feels very natural, feels very realistic, and it delivers. And it works for X-Plane, it works for X-Plane 11, X-Plane 12, I believe both are fine, and Microsoft FlyJSim 2020 and 2024. It's got a lot more features, I think, in 2020 and 2024, such as pushing back and things like that, which are not available, I think, in X-Plane or at 10,000 feet. But nonetheless, I have to say that it is one fine piece of software that really is a game changer in my view. All right, here is a look at the outside view for you guys as we continue our flight towards Stuttgart. When is SayIntentions multiplayer network coming? Well, I think SayIntentions can answer that for you. All right, I think we need to set the baro. There we go. Baro set to standard. And we continue the climb to 20, I think we've been cleared to 25,000, which is our final cruise altitude. So you can already you cannot interact with other users, but you can hear them out. So let me show you. I can come here to say ATC chatter. Let me go to the control panel. I'm just going to turn off play chatter, and we can come here to SayIntentions and go to multiplayer. So this is where you can add live multiplayer global, so you can hear them anywhere in the world talking on the same controller type, tower, ground, etc., or multiplayer proximity, so you can hear other players. So I suppose that you can speak to them if you know that someone is there. I'm sure that you can speak to them if you're on the same frequency. So that works. And there is also recorded. So let me use live multiplayer proximity, maybe recorded, pre-recorded. Let's do that as well. And we'll say OK. Right, and we'll see what happens a little later. Hi Q8, do you recommend Ortho 4XP? Yes, indeed. It's actually pretty good. We've had a multiplayer network since the early days. Multiplayer is very important to us. There is a few second delay between pilot comms, but we hope to continue improving that. Thank you for the clarification. Yeah, so you can definitely set it up. And if you're on the same frequency and you know your friend, for example, is flying, you can definitely speak to them as well. Do controllers know how to interact with more than one player? For example, if an aircraft is very close to final, does the ATC know that you would be number 2, for example? Oh, that I don't know. If he's another player, I really don't know. I know that it does not know if you have traffic injected by Traffic Global, for example, or FSLTL. I know for a fact that it does not interact with those with that traffic. But if there is another person who's flying on the network, that I think SayIntentions is better equipped to answer that question. I really don't know. All right, 19,000. We're almost at our cruise altitude. And I tell you, with ActiveSky, the clouds look absolutely phenomenal. Very, very nice. Whatever. Oh, I see. I understand what you're saying now. I understand. And the answer is, I honestly don't know. Right, here is our turn. 20,000, so we're heading to 25,000. Now, you'll notice, guys, that I have not included the... let me put this on standard as well. So I did not enter the star or the arrival information because that is going to be given to us by ATC. So I'm going to let ATC tell us what to do based on the weather, and knowing that they are grabbing the weather from ActiveSky. So if we come here to ActiveSky, and if we go to the flight plan, so this is Stuttgart right here. Yeah, we will more than likely get runway 25, but we'll see what happens. All right. $21, almost 25,000. Thank you very much for your like. I appreciate that very much. And of course, guys, a like from you always helps the channel. So really appreciate it. This is in the works as part of our traffic sequencing. It is a large task. ATC is already aware of the planes around you, MP or not, and will give advisories for those. Oh, that is very cool. I would suspect that that's probably a huge undertaking, but seeing what SayIntentions have done, guys, over the past months, I will tell you that their software is going to evolve, and it's by far today is the best ATC program available for Microsoft FlyJSim and X-Plane. And I highly, highly recommend it. And I think if you make the investment, you will not regret it. That is, of course, if you like having ATC and if you like having full coverage 24/7. So it is not limited by an area. You can fly anywhere. It has excellent support for VFR as well as IFR. So, and it will, if you don't use proper phraseology when you're requesting a VFR flight, you will be told by ATC that they don't get you. So you have to, you know, request, you have to get trained how to request properly using proper phraseology. Now, it doesn't really make distinction between phraseology that is accepted in the US or in Europe. For example, in a US airport, you could very simply just say, let's say, you know, Los Angeles clearance delivery, requesting IFR clearance to Las Vegas. But that phraseology is not the phraseology that we use in European airports, where you would say, you know, for example, American 575 at stand so-and-so requesting startup with information papa. So the phraseology is a little bit different. You can use, there's no restriction to use the American phraseology when you're in a European airport. So that is something that you will definitely notice. We are now climbing to 25,024, so another 1,000 to go. It looks like the clouds are subsiding. Well deserved, SayIntentions. Well deserved. And by the way, guys, I want very important that I mention this is that I'm a paying customer of SayIntentions. So the product was not given to me for free or anything like that. I'm a paying customer, and I'm very happy with my investment in this software. Let me show you here. This is ActiveSky. ActiveSky will, if there are icing conditions, depict the icing conditions there. So that is why you see the ice there. This is quite a dramatic scene here, huh? Look at that. One of the reasons I love ActiveSky is it will depict ice. Obviously, there is no icing at this point in time, so it takes a little bit of time for it to understand, read the METAR, and apply the weather changes. Hey there, Sean. How are you, my friend? Some ugly looking clouds here. Let's take a quick look here at the cabin. The cabin in the Dash 8 is actually very nicely done, with lots of things that you can do. You can open those overhead compartments. Very nicely modeled cabin. Yeah. All right, back in the cockpit. Everything's looking good. 25,000 feet. That's our cruise altitude. Going to reduce the interior volume here a little bit. And if we bring up our flight plan here and go to nav. VNav. All right, let's go to VTO. Why am I not getting... that's probably because I don't have the arrival information in there. Yeah, well, we should be able to get a little... All right, let me do this. Let me go to menu, arrive. We'll change it later, so we'll select 25, which is number 2. All right, there is no star. The approach is the ILS, which is number 2. Let's enter that. And Lima Bravo uniform is number 4. Let's enter that. And flight plan. Let's go next. That's the center fix, the final fix, and then runway 25. There are no discontinuities. Now if we go to VNav, now we'll get it. So we are 310 nautical miles from our destination. That's the reason why we weren't getting the... and if we go to VTO, yeah. So now we're getting VNav path. And everything else here looks good. Okay. Perfect. Well, we can always change that if required by ATC. Yeah, we are at Lima Bravo uniform. All right, we can come here and switch this to, let's go to format. So that's the plan. And if we look here closely, this is LBU, so we're going to come this way and land here, runway 25. Yeah. All right. All right, all's good here. Carl Childers, hello, my friend. Welcome. Glad to have you here with us this evening. Next Aviation, welcome aboard. I will definitely be downloading the Mr. Porter livery when I buy this plane. Call me Sticks. Hello, my friend. Welcome. Do you recommend ActiveSky Live Weather or default Explain Live Weather? If you want the only thing that Explain Live Weather has is the smoother transition of weather. So the change of weather conditions is quite seamless in Explain 12 Weather. In ActiveSky, there is a little bit, as you can see, we've witnessed how the weather changed, but when it does load, it looks fabulous. Look at that. I mean, this looks amazing. Explain, still, the weather still looks, you know, kind of strange. So, yeah, that's the difference there. Does SayIntentions do emergencies? Absolutely, yes. If you encounter an emergency, all you need to do is follow the proper procedure, and by calling Mayday, 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 and let the controller know what your emergency is, they will immediately route you to an airport. In order for you to minimize your workload as well, you can let your first officer take care of the communication with the with ATC during an emergency. But it works very well. I've tested this offline a couple of times, and it actually works very, very well. Now, for our Saturday stream, guys, just so that you know, we are going to be flying the Challenger 650 by hot start. And I'm going to try to pick a nice destination for, nice route for our flight. And we are going to use SayIntentions. Hopefully it works. Just like, I see that shadows still haven't been sorted in X-Plane 12. Yeah. Fly my WestJet livery for Q4XP. All right. Taking a quick look here, we can see that we are approximately, if I go to VNAV, why is VNAV not showing here? All right. All right, so we are about 285 nautical miles from our destination. How are you doing, Carl? Happy New Year to you, my friend. All right. All right. All is looking good. Here we can put actually the terrain. There we go. Now we have the terrain showing. Very, very nice airplane, the Q4XP. Look at this overhead panel. They've really done a really good job. I really like the details here. By the way, the circuit breakers are all modeled and functional. So if you want to simulate failures, you definitely can. Also, if we go here, you'll see all the circuit breakers on the back here are also all operational. Can we move this? No, that we can't move. The texturing overall, considering X-plane standards, cabin pressure, why is it... Ooh! You know why? That's why. Yeah, that should go away. So we've we've killed everyone on board. Considering X-plane standards, this is actually a very, very well-developed aircraft that has a lot of details in terms of the texturing and functionality. Again, look at the detailed work here, and right here, the alternate gear, and you can actually, this actually works. This one has nothing; it's just a small compartment that you can put stuff in. But yeah, let's see here. All right. Everything is looking good. Your information isn't good. If you're going to criticize, at least attempt to be accurate. This way your criticism is of some weight. Sorry, I'm not following the conversation there. Thank you very much, IFR Captain. Happy New Year to you, my friend. And thanks for being here. Renan D. Olivier, welcome aboard, my friend. Happy New Year to you and your loved ones, my friend. Thank you. Next update, weather radar API for me, one of the most anticipated updates. And for you, what do you think? Well, I'm excited about everything that's going to come in 2025 for FlyJSim. There isn't any specific thing that I'm excited about, but I have to say that I am very excited about the AnyBuild's A350. So the only A350 we've had for the longest time is by Flight Factor, and fortunately that plane was updated, but it was not developed. So, and I mean by developed that it was not improved over time. They brought in the compatibility to X-Plane 12. They've made a few updates to make things work, but that was pretty much it. And I think it's such a shame because I think the A350 in X-Plane by Flight Factor is probably one of the most in-depth in terms of the systems. It's got actually all the systems, almost all the systems simulated. Yeah, maybe it doesn't fly like the real thing. Maybe there are mistakes and errors and things like that. But overall, a very enjoyable aircraft, quite in-depth in terms of the simulated systems. I understand about the other sim I just said, X-Plane is outdated, which is true. No need to... Well, I don't know that I can say that X-Plane is outdated as a general statement. X-Plane is a brand new sim. X-Plane 12, at least, is a brand new sim. Is the technology used outdated? Perhaps you are right. But I don't think that what the sim delivers is outdated. I think it's definitely next gen in what it provides for a flight sim enthusiast. If we're talking about the satellite imagery, and yeah, it's definitely not Microsoft Flight Sim in the technology front. Definitely you cannot fly VFR like you fly in MSFS. That's for sure, and that is a fact. But I think it provides an extremely immersive and very realistic environment for the enthusiastic flight simmer, and it's used as a training aid by the FAA, so it cannot be that outdated in terms of its flying characteristics. Technology-wise, yeah, maybe they could do better. Maybe they can use newer technology to bring in more immersion and more features into the sim. But from the flight perspective, I don't think that it's outdated. How is the Q4XP frame? My FPS on average 30 to 40 with the... I don't know. We can find out. I'm getting about 50, 54, 56 frames right now. So, yeah. Very nice aircraft. So I think that ActiveSky is updating the weather now. And this is what I was trying to tell you. I think the fireworks are still going on in X-Plane. Yeah, I can see it. I can see it far in the distance. We can see still a lot of fireworks there. Nice touch by Laminar Research, without a doubt. CMR looks like, yeah, it does. There is always hope for X-Plane 13. I'm quite happy with X-Plane 12 as it is. Such a shame the A350 by Factor is such a broken airplane right now. Tola saved that plane with the systems. Yeah. There is a very strong collaboration between Tolis and Flight Factor. We still need a legit Dash A300. Well, the 400 I think more than delivers in as far as the Bombardier Dash 8. What's SayIntentions? SayIntentions is a dynamic AI ATC. Essentially, it's an add-on that you can purchase it, and it will provide you with 24/7 non-scripted dynamic ATC. I've heard that the Q4XP is very heavy on FPS. I'm afraid to spend my money and ending up being unusable. Well, if you are already suffering from low frames, then you might have issues with the Q4XP. But you can always lower your settings or fly in areas where the scenery is not very involved. It's such an incredible aircraft. I think the best Dash 8 implementation for FlyJSim to date. Hello, Jared. Welcome aboard. All flight schools use XP and they don't. That is very true. Yes. Confused also how we have no proper 747-400 yet for X-plane. Yeah, the nicest one we have is the SSG 747. But we do have a... Oh, you mean the 400? Okay. But we have an excellent Dash 200 by Felis. So again, study level aircraft. Right, still 25, and looking at here about 226 nautical miles. If we take a quick look at our Navigraph charts. Here, and you'll see that to destination 624. Yeah, we're still good. Now, the destination is 219. We are 25. If we take a quick look at our so runway 25, if we get that one indeed. So if I click here on 25. All right. So the platform altitude is 24, so 21 times 3. 21 times 3 is 63. And we're going to add another 10 nautical miles as a contingency, so 73 nautical miles. So we need to begin 73 nautical miles out in order to reach 4,000 feet at the approach, for the approach phase. So if I look here at 73 from this current position, we will begin our descent. We'll request a descent if ATC does not clear us to a descent by that time.
Eurowings 2011, contact Bremen radar on 128.76.
Switching to Bremen radar on 128.76. Eurowings 2011.
All right. One thing I do want to check now is I want to put
Eurowings 2011, evening maintaining flight level 250.
Eurowings 2011, Bremen radar identified. Good evening.
All right, that's 109.9. All right, it's an eyeless approach. And we'll worry about... Now, one thing I always do in the Q4XP to set the course is the following. It's a nice trick that you can do in order not to mess things up. First thing is go to the heading and select the current heading that you're flying. So I'm going to go to 17... it's actually 179. Flying a heading of 179. All right, so I'll leave it there. It's actually not 179. That's reading 179. That's all right. So we're going to continue on this heading. Now, what you need to do is we're going to get the approach course there, which is 252. So here's what I do. I will switch to heading mode. Okay. And then I will switch the nav source to ILS 1. And change the course to 225. All right, so 225. Was it 252 or 252? Sorry, 252. All right, so that's 252. And now that the approach course is set, I can switch back to nav source, FMS1, and then go to nav again. And now it flies VNav again. LNav. And now you have the approach course set in preparation for landing. That's the easiest way to do it without really messing things up. Happy New Year to Electro Air. Welcome aboard, my friend. Glad to have you here with us. It's a little AdSim, but offline and with AI simulation of air traffic and air controlling. The Feels 200 is really good. It is excellent, yes. X-Plane 12 continue to update. Laminar is always working on improvements. Absolutely. And considering how small they are and what big achievements they've made, you know, I salute them. Alrighty. Sorry guys, I was checking the match results. So Kuwait is playing Bahrain. Today they reached the semifinals for the Gulf Cup. So I was just looking over my phone to see. Looks like the first half is ended with 0-0. So it's a draw so far. So I was just checking that. Good, my friend Q8. I'm retiring here. Have a good 2025 year. Renato, thank you very much for being here. I appreciate it. Happy New Year to you, my friend. Enjoy your evening with your loved ones. I will see you in 2025. Take care. Came across an interesting post on, I think it was Reddit. Actually, folks were talking about the channel and about me, and they were talking about, you know, my approach to reviewing aircraft, and it's very, very interesting what people have to say. Of course, I didn't take part in the conversation, but yeah, it was a little bit strange to read through the comments. One other thing, a comment was received on my lossless video saying that this is misleading, and the video was full of stutters. First of all, the stuttering that you see in that video is not because of lossless scaling. It's because of my recording software, and YouTube sometimes add to those stutters, but my experience has been smooth using a lossless scaling. The other thing is that guy that wrote his comment didn't read actually through the comments from people who have used lossless scaling based on that video, and they're very happy with it. So I just sometimes don't understand why people say the things that they say, or just they just reach hasty conclusions, very uneducated and very impulsive in what they write. It's okay. I mean, I've developed very thick skin over the years, but yeah, it's just unfortunate. I think he just had an axe to grind. Another excellent video from Q8. Happy New Year to you, my friend. Thank you very much, Robert. Appreciate it, my friend. Glad you were able to join us on this New Year's Eve stream. Our start was not very good, but hopefully the end of the year is going to be better than what we've experienced at the beginning of this stream, and hopefully 2025 will treat me a little better than 2024. So yeah, I always do self-reflection, guys, and 2024 has not been a very kind year to me. for a lot of different reasons. The fact of the matter is, after I finished my reflection session a couple of days ago, I thought to myself, you know what? Yeah, 2024, it was a tumultuous year. And the number of changes that I've witnessed on a personal level were just astronomical. A very stressful year. But I felt, you know, I came this far and I'm still in good health. My family's in good health. Everything is going on well for my kids. What else can I ask for? I am very thankful for everything that has been given to me, not just in 2024, but throughout my life. All the friendships that I've made, all the fine people that I've met, every person that has made a difference in my life. I'm very thankful for all of it. Sometimes life brings upon difficulties, and that's just a fact. Now, how you deal with the difficulty it either dilutes the intensity of it or exacerbates it. And I always choose to take a very calm, very collected approach to things. I'm human in the end, and I do get affected. And I'm just glad that I'm still here with you guys on this New Year's Eve, enjoying myself, flying the Q4XP, and with a bunch of really fine people. And we have my very good friend Boeing Corp Mine from Logan, New Jersey. Welcome aboard, my friend. Happy New Year to you. Thank you very much for being here. Really appreciate it. I'm sure it will be better in 2025. Fingers crossed, Robert. Yeah, I'm always have an optimistic outlook on life in general. And I'm quite confident that 2025 will be a better year. But I'll tell you guys, I am very happy today is the last day of the year. Yeah. A lot to look forward to in terms of FlyJSim. I was flying in Microsoft FlyJSim a couple of days ago, and it's actually starting to look very good. Performance is very good. No CTDs. The ground textures are quite crisp and nice. And yeah, here's an engine view for you guys, and those clouds are looking really nice. Stars September, just wanted to thank you for all that you do and have done for the FlyJSim community. You are a blessing. How do you like the new update for X-Plane 12? Well, thank you very much for your kind words. I appreciate that. I'm loving X-Plane. To be honest, I'm loving all the fidelity that it offers and the immersion that it offers. I love the smoothness of X-Plane as a sim. And hopefully this coming Saturday, I will be flying the Challenger 650 by Hot Start, the single most complex study-level aircraft ever built for FlyJSim. So we're going to be taking a look at the Challenger 650 again. We're going to take it. I'll think of a nice route, maybe around the UK again to enjoy Orbix True Earth. But we'll see. Count your blessings because someone else is always worse off. Absolutely, Boeing Corp Mine. Absolutely, my friend. You've said it in the best way possible. If you look at the suffering of people around the world, man, you'll think to yourself, you know, why am I complaining? Yeah. Those are some really nice views there from the cabin. And back in the cockpit, everything is looking very good. Let's take a quick look here. We are 151 nautical miles from our destination, so I'm expecting maybe ATC to contact us in a little while to inform us of the arrival information into Stuttgart. Let's have the cabin crew bring us some coffee. Can we have some coffee in the flight deck, please?
Of course, Captain. I'll bring some coffee to the flight deck right away.
Can you get the weather information for our current location?
Sorry, mate, can't handle weather info requests. Let's focus on the comms and flying.
So the first officer didn't like that request very much. That's fine. We can always get the weather by tuning to 122.0. So that's fine. After the time I spent in Iraq and Afghanistan, I get a little short with folks complaining how rough they have it when their soy latte isn't exactly 150 degrees.
Eurowings 2011, contact Langen radar on 127.725.
Contacting Langen radar on 127.725. Eurowings 20.
Hey, Matt Johnson. Hello, my friend. Welcome aboard.
Langen
Glad
radar,
to have you here.
Eurowings 2011. Evening maintaining flight level 250.
Thank you very much for being here.
Langen radar identified. Schönen guten Abend.
What did he say? Did he say something in German? Hey, Rob. Welcome aboard from Australia. Is it Australia or Austria? Welcome, Rob. Glad to have you here with us this evening. What time will you stream this? What time will the stream start on Saturday? All the streams will always start at the same time, which is 1700 Zulu. Aussie. All right, from Australia. Welcome, welcome. Those clouds look really nice, huh? Look at that, guys. So what do you guys think of the
Happy New Year, Captain.
Oh, Desmond Sunflower, thank you very much for coming in with 10 Swiss francs, I believe. Happy New Year to you, my friend. Thank you very much. Very, very kind of you. Thank you for your support, Desmond. I really appreciate that. It's very, very kind of you. Thank you, sir. All right, if we take a quick look here, let me go to not perf. Yeah, VNAV is obviously not going to show here, so that's okay. Leave this on nav. Let me bring up our other MCDU. Say Toga, does this mean you recommend SayIntentions over Beyond ATC, and why, please? Well, Say Toga, the reason I recommend SayIntentions over Beyond ATC is that Beyond ATC is pretty much scripted. They're working on it, but it's pretty much a script. It doesn't feel as natural as SayIntentions, and SayIntentions has a lot more features as well, like the cabin crew and interaction with the first officer, the entourage, the flight tours, the guides. All of that stuff is not available in Beyond ATC. So for me, SayIntentions is better value for the buck. Happy New Year to you, KLM Mus. Welcome aboard. Captain Mustafa from Algiers. Welcome. Glad to have you here. I don't think I have a lot of followers from Algeria, so welcome aboard. Glad to have you here. All right, let's check on our fuel here real quick. So we are okay in terms of fuel. What's your analysis about the DD airline aircraft issue or pilot mistake?
Eurowings 2011, Langenradar. Expect the BADS 2 Alpha arrival. I'll call your descent in roughly 20 minutes. Feel free to ask if you'd like it sooner.
All right, BADS 2.
Expect the BADS 2 Alpha arrival. We'll wait for your call on the descent. Eurowings 2011.
BADS 2 Alpha. All right, let's go to menu, arrive, BADS 2 Alpha. That's number 1, isn't it? All right, so it wants to give us a star, so I'm going to enter that. There is no transition. It's number 2, the approach. So enter that, and then it's LBU, so it's number 4. And we need to clean up now in some stuff in our flight plan. All right, so let me go next. All right, first let us clear those discontinuities. And we're going to clear that one too. All right, now we're going to go previous from NOSBO to LBU, from LBU to BOTSO, but then we can't be going back to LBU. So we're going to delete this one. We're going to delete this one as well. And I'm going to delete that one because those were part of the arrival without the star. So from BOTSO, we're going to go to the center fix for runway 25. Now, if we switch this to plan, let's come here to format. All right. So LBU. All right, so that's where we're coming. LBU. And then next. LBU. Then we're going to come here. And that's runway 25. Previous. What is all this stuff here? Center fix. Answer. All right, so that's the center fix. That's answer. And then next. All right. Tosto to LBU. That's LBU. LBU goes to center fix. Answer. And that's the runway, I believe. Yeah. This stuff is not needed. That's for the go round. So that's where we come here at 4,000. Okay. All right. So we are good. Let's switch the format back. And we are currently, let's take a quick look here. Flight plan. No. VNAV. 153 nautical miles. All right. So we still have time. We are going to begin the descent at about 70. So it says aircraft issue caused the problem, but the pilot was too fast on that approach. That's all I know at this point. More will... Yeah. So Just very quickly on that, it's a very unfortunate, and my heart goes to all the people that lost their loved ones on that plane. Now, the way that it looks like the pilot has done a go-around and came back and was given a different runway or landed on a different runway. He was too fast, so I'm not sure why he wasn't able to slow down. But it's just, I think it could have been, maybe the runway wasn't, long enough, because a lot of the incidents where, the landing gear had issues, the pilots were able to recover. And why hasn't the pilot used the alternate gear? So when the hydraulics fail, there is always the manual, the manual way to lower the gear. So they can actually manually lower the gear. Why haven't they done that? Or did they try it? Have they tried it or not tried? I don't know. There is still a lot that will be come to light in the next few days. Will it be windy like your last flight? It gets flashbacks of that crosswind landing. Yeah, let's. Let me check the weather here for you. So if we go to Stuttgart and look at the weather, no, it's not going to be as bad. As you can see here, we have 363 knots, so pretty much a very uneventful weather at Stuttgart today. All right, we're almost there now. The terrible crosswind landing. The runway for Jeju was 2,800 meters. Yeah, I mean it's not a short runway, but it's also not long. It's not like the the runways that you get in Dubai, for example. The huge runways in Dubai. I think they're about 4,000 meters or so. Doesn't matter when your wheels up. I always told play 20% more due to loss of braking and friction. Yeah, it's a very unfortunate event. Very, very unfortunate incident. So all right. It's like sliding on ice almost. Pretty much, yeah. Do you think it's a Boeing thing? Because many Boeing incidents recently. Well, I doubt that. It's not a Max, so I really doubt that. But again, we can only speculate as to what has happened. I'm a YouTube 240. Welcome. A fellow content creator. Welcome aboard. It's just a bad accident, but we'll see. Yeah. I agree there, Dougal. Just really very unfortunate. I mean, I feel for the families of those who, perished on that flight. All right. Here we are looking good. Fuel is good. We have actually plenty of fuel. $119 nautical miles. Okay. Alrighty. All right, so at about 70 nautical miles from the destination, if we look here on VNav, 114 nautical miles to the center fix. So another 40 miles or so, and we will begin our descent towards Stuttgart. And if you look here, again, descent to destination is 2,753 distance. You know what? Let's begin our descent now. Let's go ahead and request the descent. All right, we are ready to descend. Please request the descent from the controller.
Requesting descent now, Sam.
Langen radar, Eurowings 2011, requesting to commence descent.
Eurowings 2011, cleared for the Bass 2 Alpha arrival. When you're ready to begin your descent, flight level 180.
Cleared Bass 2 Alpha arrival, descend flight level 180 when ready. Eurowings 2011.
All right, so we are going to descend to flight level 180 as per ATC. Alt select is selected, and we will use vertical speed, and we'll descend at 1,000 feet per minute. We're going to ease off on the... By the way, we forgot to put this back on 800 or at 850 minimum for a cruise. Yeah, my mind is just occupied with a lot of things, so I apologize. We need to do another Q4XP flight, guys. It's too bad developers see X-Plane 12 as not worth investing resources in. I'd love to see SayIntentions integrate AI traffic into X-Plane so we could finally have a comprehensive solution for XP. I think it already works very, very well. SayIntentions.
Eurowings 2011, descent, flight level 080.
All right.
Descend flight level 080. Eurowings 2011.
Right, I'm going to increase our rate of descent because we're a bit too high. We'll ease off on the throttle there. We can adjust our rate of descent in a little bit once you know, once we are at the right altitude for the current sector. But we definitely need to do another Q4XP flight, guys. I'm not happy with what we've done in this flight. Just my mind is occupied elsewhere, unfortunately, today. So I've done a lot of mistakes, but hopefully the landing will be a nice one. Hopefully, yeah. I think it'll be good if SayIntentions works with VATSIM to hand over from and to VATSIM, so you'll not miss an ATC at any time. That would be cool. Yeah. Alright, let's go to flight plan real quick. Alright, so we are getting to LBU. Yeah, we are getting pretty close to our destination. Alright, so guys, today for our landing, we're going to do flaps, we're going to do flaps 15, so I'm going to change the GPWS landing flap to 15. Do we have any restrictions here? No restrictions. We have one there, but other than that, we're good. Okay. You know, even without Ortho for XP, I don't think X-Plane looks bad. You know, I think it's okay. Yeah, the ground textures are okay. Does work for ATC, but adding AI traffic to simulate the full ATC environment would really complete the sim, similar to what Beyond ATC is doing.
Eurowings 2011, descent altitude 4000, QNH 1027.
All right, 4000.
4000, QNH 1027, Eurowings 2011.
1047, did they say? Is that what they said? QNH 1027. All right. 1027. Right, 1027 is set. And we've been cleared to our platform altitude, which is 4,000 feet. I'm now retarding the throttles completely, and we're going to go to max prop.
Eurowings 2011, contact Stuttgart approach on 119.85.
Switching to Stuttgart approach on 119.85. Eurowings 2011.
Right, we're almost there now. Contacting approach.
Stuttgart approach, Eurowings 2011, evening, descending through flight level 130 down to 4,000.
We can already see the fireworks.
Eurowings 2011, Stuttgart approach identified. Schönen guten Abend. Expect the ILS. Runway 25 approach into Stuttgart via LBU.
Expecting ILS approach runway 25 via LBU, Eurowings 2011.
All right, so we have our clearance. So we're getting to 10,000 feet. So landing lights are on, and fasten seatbelt signs are on. Let's come here and turn on our auxiliary fuel pumps, and standby NPTU controls are on. And we are good. We're going to continue the descent, and we're clear through LBU. That's the transition. Lima Bravo uniform, exactly as per our flight plan. And if we click here once, we have now the approach speeds. So we'll land VREF. The approach speed is going to be 140, and the final speed is, I think let me reduce our rate of descent a little bit, because our speed, the throttles are completely retarded. And let me just go to 2,000. That should help. So about 135 for the final approach speed.
Eurowings 2011, cleared for the ILS, runway 25 approach, via Luburg.
cleared ILS runway 25 approach via LBU, Eurowings 2011.
Okay, that's runway 25, but I'm not sure. All right, if we look here, that's runway 25. So that's LBU. So what I want to do is I want to go direct to to 17. All right. All right, so we're going to go to the last waypoint before the center fix. All right, let's give it some power here. All right, we are at 4,000. And we're going to set the, not sure today why things are acting up. Let's set our altitude, the heading, beg your pardon. The heading to 252. All right, let's set the heading to 252. There we go, that's 252. Right, and we're gonna go flaps 5. Right, looking good. Thank you, SayIntentions, for that. Appreciate it. Right. Let's bring the range here a little bit. There we go. All right, we're going to turn off the bleed. So bleed coming off. And we'll switch this to minimum. Right, we're looking good. Your mind is somewhere else tonight. Maybe you're in love. No, no, no. All right, here we go. Let's keep our speed. We're going to be doing flaps 15 for the landing today. Flaps 35 is okay, but it's a little bit more difficult to do flaps 35. So, all right, we're still looking good, guys. And 4,000. At answer, we will make the turn. So what I can do now is, you know what, guys? Let's do the following. Let's set the heading to our current heading. Okay, that's the current heading. And I'm going to go heading select. So heading, there we go. And we're going to change the source of FMS to the ILS. And we're going to go approach. There we go. Localizer. Right, and now we can select the... There we go. All right, let's lower the landing gear. And we're going to go to flaps 10.
Eurowings 2011. Contact Stuttgart Tower on 119.055.
Glide slope is active.
Eurowings 2011. Contact Stuttgart Tower on 118.8. So long.
Switching to Stuttgart Tower. Unknown. Eurowings 2011. Good evening. Established on the ILS runway 25 approach.
2500.
Nobody is listening on 118.8.
Oops. Sorry about that double tower thing. It's a bug. I'll have that fixed in about an hour. All right, no worries. All right, let's go to flaps 15. All right, we are on final, guys. Hello, Outgamer. Welcome aboard. Downward stretch was correct, so switch over to 119.55. Looking good. Right, I want to set the speed right about there. And let's go ahead and disconnect the autopilot now and hand fly the aircraft. Autopilot, yaw damper off. My aircraft.
Terrain. 500. 40, 30, 20, 10.
Ladies and gents, welcome to Stuttgart. You have the frequency wrong. Sorry, Dougal. Thank you, Out Gamer Curly. All right. I'm not sure what's up with the frames today. A lot of things didn't go as planned, but no problem. Don't forget to check lower on. Oh, 055. Oh, sorry about that. That's my bad. Let's see if we can still yeah, I'm not sure. We probably lost communications with tower now. That's my bad. All right, let's retract the flaps. And obviously, you guys definitely want to see the the replay. So we'll do just that as soon as we park the aircraft. Actually, we can do it now. Let's do it now, and then we'll come back and see the. We'll park the aircraft at the gate. Hopefully it won't break though, because today X-Plane is really acting very strange. So how do you guys like that? What did I do? I messed it up again. All right, let's take a look again. Thank you guys, appreciate it. I'm glad you liked the landing. Let's do another one. We'll do it with a flyby camera so that we can... I love hand flying the Dash 8. One of the things I like doing in X-Plane is flying this aircraft. I wouldn't mind flying this aircraft all the time, by the way. All right, there we go. Let's do... all right, here. Let's take a look. Man, X-Plane is just great. That was very enjoyable. All right. You know, I think we can bring the aircraft to a stop somewhere here. So let's do that. I'm very glad you guys liked it. Thank you, SayIntentions. Glad you liked the landing. Yeah, we're going to have to do another Q4XP and SayIntentions flight. That's coming on Saturday. SayIntentions is the Challenger 650 compatible with SayIntentions? The Challenger 650 is by hot start, or is it okay to use any plane? Will they all work with no issues? So is it aircraft agnostic at this point, or are there some aircraft that may cause issues? All right, we can bring the aircraft to a stop here. Parking brakes set. There are only 2 areas where you have aircraft specifications. Pushback, most of them work, and to CBDLC A cars takes a little extra setup if not compatible. Gotcha. Otherwise, all aircraft work great across the board. That is brilliant. Thank you for that. All right. We can now bring the, we can turn off the engines. Yeah, let's do that. Fuel cutoff. And we are going, we're not going to turn on the APUs, so we'll just leave that. That goes off. These are off. Free circ fan is off. And the emergency lights off. Let's see here. We'll leave the generators alone. We can turn off the pedostatic and boot air. All is good here. Let's see here. Landing lights are now off. Position lights are off. And everything. All right. So passenger seatbelt signs and non-smoking signs are off. And we are good. We're going to turn on that and turn off the battery switch. And we are back to a cold and dark cabin. And we can now move on to the, let's see here. We can move to the back and open the door. There we go. And there you have it, ladies and gents. After after many issues today with our stream, finally we were able to make it safely and land this Q4XP. Q8 pilot, quick question: what's the best traffic plugin for X-Plane 12? Traffic Global. Traffic Global is the best. Well, folks, this pretty much brings us to the conclusion of this stream. I want to thank you very, very much, all of you, for being here this evening on this for New Year's Eve. I hope that you had a very Merry Christmas. A Happy New Year to all of you and your loved ones. SayIntentions, thank you very, very much for being here on this New Year's Eve. I really do appreciate your support and addressing the community. I want to thank all the moderators on the channel for your outstanding support throughout, and for everyone who is a subscriber of the Q8 Pilot channel. Believe me, your support has been very, very valuable to me on a personal note, and both for the channel. So I want to thank you very much and wish you the very, very best in the year ahead. I will see you guys after New Year's. Enjoy the evening, and until we meet again, please take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you all very soon. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Have a good night.